This is Shift Path, and today we're diving into one of the most unique family vehicles on the market, the 2025 Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid. It's the only plug-in hybrid minivan with 3 rows you can buy right now, and that alone makes it a rare breed. But the big question is this: just because it's the only one of its kind, does that actually make it good? Let's start with the first thing you see, the exterior. The 2025 Pacifica Hybrid doesn't scream "look at me," but it doesn't have to. Instead, it leans into a more refined, modern design that feels premium without overdoing it. The lighting setup is sharp, with slim LED headlights and a distinctive light signature that gives it a slightly upscale vibe from the front. The grille has a clean shape with a gloss black treatment on higher trims that matches well with the darker wheel options along the sides. The lines are subtle but flow nicely across the long body, and the hybrid badge is tastefully placed so you know what you're driving without yelling it. The rear end is clean too, with wraparound taillights and a wide stance that hides its minivan size a bit better than you'd think. Color options include classics like bright white granite, crystal, and ceramic gray, but there's also a vivid ocean blue that pops just enough for those who want something different. Now, the real story begins when you open the door inside the Pacifica Hybrid, especially in the top level. Pinnacle trim feels more like a boutique hotel lounge than a family hauler. We're talking quilted nappa, leather throw pillows on the second row seats, stitched detailing across the dashboard, and soft ambient lighting that wraps around the cabin at night in a way that's both cozy and upscale. The layout is intuitive, with large physical controls where you need them and digital interfaces where you expect them. Front seats are spacious and supportive. The second row captain's chairs are deeply cushioned, and the third row is actually usable even for adults on shorter trips. Material quality is genuinely impressive up front and holds up decently well throughout the cabin, though the rear plastics start to remind you this is still a family vehicle meant to be used, not just admired. Storage is excellent, as you'd expect in a minivan, with multiple cubbies, a deep center console, and clever compartments all around. The cargo area is massive, with the third row folded flat, and while the hybrid version doesn't offer the stow and go second row seats, you do get thicker, more comfortable chairs that can be removed if needed. Let's talk tech, because the Pacifica Hybrid brings quite a bit to the table. The centerpiece is a 10.1-inch touchscreen running Uconnect 5, which supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It's responsive enough, though not the fastest in the segment. Still, everything is easy to find and control, and you get Amazon Fire TV streaming for rear passengers, which is great for long trips. The gauge cluster mixes analog dials with a crisp 7-inch digital display that shows power usage, trip data, and hybrid system status. Steering wheel controls are excellent, with volume and track toggles behind the wheel where your fingers naturally land, and the rotary gear selector remains one of the more intuitive designs in this class. Pinnacle trim comes with a 20-speaker Harman Kardon audio system, and its legit rich sound, clear vocals, and plenty of punch. Connectivity is solid across the board, with USB ports in every row, multiple charging options, and even a household plug tucked in the back. Under the hood, the Pacifica Hybrid runs a 3.6-liter V6 paired with dual electric motors, giving a combined 260 horsepower. Acceleration is smooth and confident, with a 0 to 60 time around 7.5 seconds. It's not a sports car, and it doesn't try to be, but merging onto the freeway or passing slower traffic never feels like a struggle. The front-wheel drive layout keeps things simple, and ride comfort is good, though the suspension leans a bit firm over potholes, especially with larger wheels. Noise levels are low in electric-only mode, which makes around-town driving surprisingly peaceful once the gas engine kicks in. There's a little more growl than you might expect, but it never gets harsh. Efficiency is where this minivan really shines. You get about 32 miles of electric range before the V6 kicks in, and the total range with gas and battery is over 500 miles. Plug into a level 2 charger and you'll get a full charge in just over 2 hours. A standard wall outlet will take closer to 14 hours, but for many families, charging overnight is all you really needing. Terms of safety, the Pacifica Hybrid scores 5 stars overall from the NHTSA, but there are a few caveats. The frontal crash rating for the hybrid is 4 stars, and it hasn't received a recent top safety pick from the IIHS. Unlike rivals like the Sienna or Odyssey, still you get a full suite of driver assistance features standard, including adaptive cruise control lane, keep assist, blind spot monitoring, rear cross-path detection, and one of the more user-friendly parking assist systems we've used now. Let's run through the pros and cons quickly. On the plus side, this is the only plug-in hybrid 3-row family hauler on sale in the US today. It drives well in both electric and hybrid mode. It's quiet, efficient, and packed with comfort and tech. The interior feels legitimately premium, especially in higher trims, and the available federal tax credit makes it more affordable than you might think, but there are trade-offs. The infotainment system is good, but not great, and lacks some features like a fully digital gauge cluster or a digital rear view mirror. The ride could be softer, especially with the larger wheels, and safety ratings, while solid, don't quite match top competitors. The insurance premiums are higher, and the resale value lags behind Toyota and Honda alternatives. So here's the bottom line: if you want the most flexible family vehicle with the lowest fuel costs without going full EV, the 2025 Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid is still the only game in town. It's not perfect, but it is practical, it is comfortable, and it is different in the best way possible. We recommend it for families who have access to home charging, do a lot of city and suburban driving, and want the luxury of quiet electric power without losing the convenience of a gas backup. It's ideal for parents who value comfort and tech, but also care about efficiency and want something a little more special than the average minivan. That's it for this review on Shift Path. If you enjoyed this voiceover breakdown, make sure to check out our other videos on EVs and hybrids hitting the roads in 2025. We'll see you in the next one.